The Awkward Genius Podcast. Welcome back to another episode of The Awkward Genius Podcast. I'm coughing it up as ever. My dog is a little bit whiny because he hears me talking and doesn't understand why he is tied to a little chalet up in the Alpages, which is a fields up in the mountain. They have these little tiny chalets. I should probably go down and give you a decent look at it. You can see what I'm talking about. This little guy. So this is where I am. I'm just walking my dog and enjoying a nice day. A little bit of sun came out. It's been cloudy since, but still pretty darn nice. Oh, you can see my dog. It's getting whiny. There he is. Anything you want to say to the people, Oslo? Oh, say hello. Say hello to the people. No? No, you don't want to? Okay. Well, in that case, we go back to my little spot where I was sitting. Basically a dry butt. Well, kind of dry, not great. And we're going to get back to another episode where I just sit here and talk about stuff. Now, Asa does not like the idea of me sitting here and talking about stuff, but that's how it's going to be. Today's episode, I've been blathering for a minute and a half now about almost nothing. So if you're still here, you really just like listen to me talk about stuff. And all the better, because I'm going to be doing quite a bit of that. Over the years, I will get balder and balder. I don't know if the beard will get any bigger. I don't think I'm capable of doing much more than that, but you know, it is what it is. This part seems to grow pretty good. Last year, I let the whole thing grow out as much as humanly possible for like just months. I like to look as goofy as possible for the Christmas pictures. So, I had just a big, patchy, weird thing. And then I was going to have some kind of meeting for work, I believe. And so I went into the beard guy, the special. They've got those now. Told you that the word barber actually comes from barbe, which is beard in French. So a barber is supposed to actually be the guy who cuts your beard and your whiskers. Well, we've turned that one around. And but anyway, I went to that guy with all this hair growing off my face last year, and he trimmed everything very, very fine, except this. This was the only thing that he let grow a bit, which what I took to mean was the only thing where I had an actual normal amount of human hair growing out of my face. So I'm not sure how we got onto that, but get onto that we did. Today's topic of conversation is going to be the kind of fake inspiration videos and shorts that are all over the internet, and how we can actually be useful without just spewing rainbows up your butt. And being useful is something that I've been thinking about, because as I make more and more of these YouTube videos and try and nail what my channel is going to be about, I'm starting to find out kind of things that I can just talk about. Not like this, because this is just rambling and like unfollowable blather and nonsense. But just on a general scale, what can I sit down and write a script about, once a week? And what topics interest me, and what do I think it's interesting to talk about? And then, is that something I can do for a long time? Is it sustainable? And is it useful? Because I think those three things are kind of the key ingredients to actually keeping up, doing a YouTube channel, enjoying it, and having it actually work, and work in a let's call it just financial sense, meaning you get the views and you get the ad revenue, and and you're a successful YouTube megastar, but also that it works in the sense that it actually builds a community, because from that all the rest just comes. If you want to make money, you can turn on ads, you can make money. If you want to sell products, you can come up with stuff to sell, and If you have a community and enough audience, you'll sell products. And then also, I mean, a lot of other YouTubers I've heard, their kind of point for doing this is to create a community just to talk to like-minded people. I mean, I am up here in the French Alps at about 1,000 meters altitude. There are not a whole lot of people around me, and certainly not a lot that are necessarily of my mind. And so branching out with the YouTube channel is a way to connect with just millions of people exactly like me all over the world, except they're Indian. But you, or not, but they probably are. So I don't know if your dog, I don't know if you can hear him, but my dog whines a lot. If he's not getting exactly what he wants, he'll let you know. Anyway, so in this idea of being useful, I thought of this because my last video that I put up yesterday, I think, was just 7 little things that you can do, you know, if you're feeling a little bit down, and to feel a little bit better. Really simple stuff like, you know, drinking more water, or, you know, taking a deep breath work, to going out and taking a walk like I'm doing right now, and it's making me feel a lot better. But when you start with or at least for me, when I thought of the feeling better angle, you kind of started off with the not feeling great angle, which for me, I took it from the anxiety point of view, which is kind of a catch-all for a lot of what makes people feel not great these days. And so if in some roundabout way you're going to address anxiety and espouse to help people feel a little bit better, that goes into the, you know, how are you being useful? Is it actually useful? Or is it just blowing rainbows? And I'm not going to answer for my own videos because I think that would be presumptuous, and my videos are terrible and nobody sees them. So I'm not too worried about it now. It's more something, if I keep that in mind now, with some mindfulness on that, perhaps I will be kind of working with a purpose when kind of everything kind of clicks in, and I'm, you know, working on 6 cylinders or whatever the expression is. But anyway, that video went up yesterday, day before yesterday, and it only got like 60 or 70 views or something, but it got 2 subscribers. 2, which is incredibly uncommon for my long form videos. Usually you get 100 views, nobody subscribes. Like the 100 people that saw it were like, oh, okay, I saw that. That's a thing that happened. But their immediate reaction is not, I need to click a button so that will happen again, which is basically what subscribing does, is they say, oh, that video was so fantastic. I don't want to miss anything that this guy's putting out. And I even want YouTube to start showing me his older stuff because I need more of that. That's not something that usually happens when people watch my videos. You get the, like, you know, 30 to 50 people that actually like me already. Mostly my mom, and then other family members, and a few super fans. I do have some fans that maybe even wandered over here and are watching this. If that is the case, I certainly appreciate you stopping by. And the goal of all this is to create more of that community, but that is not the case right now. But I feel like yesterday, with that new video, that was more ostensibly helpful than just about anything I've done since showing people how to clean their toilet. And that one, of course, has gotten about 600 or 700 subscribers. That's the base of my audience, are people with dirty toilets. So mostly, dirty toilets, hard water stains. So, you know, people with hard water, mountain people, my people. So anyway, that video is doing interestingly well with the 2 subscribers. It was neat to see. That's not why you're here. You don't care about how my channel's doing. what I want to talk about with this idea of being helpful and a lot of the kind of fake inspiration or like fluff inspirational videos I see on YouTube. And I'm actually just kind of talking this out because you see them, and when you see the videos, your first reaction is, oh, what wisdom is there? Can I grab it? Can I use it? And then you feel it just kind of like sand run through your fingers, and you're like, okay, that sounded good, but I don't know if there's anything there I can actually get a grip of or use. I mean, that's the definition of useful. Actually, something you can use. So, what comes to mind is a couple that I saw today, and the first one was this. It's more get rich quick than inspirational, but they're pretty mixed. They're pretty combined. And so this lady comes on, and she says, well, I studied all these billionaires and to see what traits they had in common, and there weren't that many of them, but these are the ones they had. And then what she comes up with is, it sounds like a horoscope, except you don't have to bother with what month people are in, because it's just stuff that everyone can kind of be like, yeah, that's kind of me, or not, or I could do that, or that's interesting. I know what that is. I can get there. So relatable, but just like it's relatable to people, but then all of a sudden, like basically not at all to what she's talking about. And I believe her examples were superiority complex. They feel okay. This is nice because I didn't even realize this how completely contradictory the first two are, and so obviously that means everybody's going to be able to figure themselves out. So superiority complex and like a feeling that they'll never be good enough. So not good enough, better than everybody. Not good enough, better than everybody. So when you say that those are the traits, obviously, because they're completely contradictory, everybody's going to be like, I got that one. And a lot of people are going to be like, huh, I've also got that other one a little bit too. Because you know what? People are contradictory, especially in how they feel about themselves in relation to other people. Like I feel like I am better than most people, but there are some people that are better than me. And I think that's how most people feel. And so obviously, so that's the kind of thing. It's like horoscope stuff. You just say this gobbledygook that everyone can relate to, and like, oh yeah, that's smart. So there's that. There's YouTube horoscope garbage, and then the second one is just people trying to be clever. And these are a lot of the ones, the very masculine men that have bald heads, and they're kind of looking off to the distance. They're like, if you are feeling stressful, it's because you've got decisions to make that you're not making. And you're stressed out about not making those decisions. And it was something like that. I'm not good at this, so you definitely did it better and got millions of views for it. But the point again is, it sounds like a factoid, like a kernel of wisdom. And so that gets your attention and gets you thinking. And then you realize, well, no, the reason I'm stressed is because I'm not going to have enough money to pay for X, Y, or Z this month. Or, my job is going away. Or my dog has a tumor. There are lots of reasons to be stressed. And when people come up with these kind of blanket, this is the reason and it's super easy to fix, just make a decision. That might be the case sometimes, every once in a while, but it isn't the case all the time. It's just stupid. It's just stupid to talk like that. And it's stupid to talk like this, too. What you talking about? And so, I don't know if I'm going to make much of a point of kind of taking on Inspirational YouTube, because they do a great job. A lot of people like it. I think a lot of people think it does them some good. But I think it is, very short term. And I think it does you about as much good as, taking an evening to watch Netflix. You think you feel relaxed and nice while it's happening, but you're not really getting anything of particular value from it most of the time. And you can tell because while it's going on, your brain is distracted, so you feel kind of numbed. But you can tell, like, as soon as it's over, like 5 minutes later, do you still feel better? Or as soon as you kind of come out of that, like, numbing area of, watching some action movie or whatnot on Netflix or whatever, does it really help? I mean, that's the thing about things that are going to help is that they offer kind of a roadmap or an evolution towards, a changed mindset or a new way of looking at the world or a new skill. And so that's kind of what I've been thinking about today. And when I was out to do my walk, I remember thinking if there's a place to sit, I could maybe do a podcast. And then I remember this little chalet is up here. And the view is stunning. I'm going to spin you around again. I don't know if it's any good on video. But this is a really nice place to sit. And just chat. Here we go. We're back. So, like I said, oh my gosh. Okay, I don't know if you'll see them, but there are 2 deer cruising across that field down there. Yeah, they're still cruising along. Whitetails. There they go. And they're right going into the woods over there. Oh, no, we're going to hit the road, and they went back down, hit a fence. They crossed the road, so they should be coming up in that sunny part of the field. You can see that sunny part of the field right now. I'm sure they're way too far away, but they're coming out of the shadow of that big tree and now in the field over there. That is fantastic. So that's what you get when you do a podcast and they're just standing stuck still in the middle of that field. There they go. Huh. And into the woods. That was fantastic. I love that. So, told you the view is pretty good. It is still hunting season, so I think that's why the deer are running around in the middle of the day like that. But that is a little taste of life up here in the mountains in the French Alps. And I don't believe I got a whole lot else to say. It is Christmas Eve. Yeah, this is going to be going right on Christmas Eve. So anybody who's watching this, if you are sitting around doing nothing on Christmas Eve, I don't think anyone's going to see this today. But definitely get in the comment section. Let me know what's going on. Because that's what we do when we're bored on Christmas Eve. I'm already kind of going nuts. Yeah, so I think I got to go a little bit more shopping. I got to go get a steak for day after tomorrow. I got my steak for tomorrow, but I need a couple steaks for the day after tomorrow. We're doing surf and turf for Christmas Day lunch, which I do a day later. So it's the day after tomorrow. Anyway, this is not anything you need to know. It just got my brain thinking that maybe I'd wanted to do a video about how I avoid Christmas and just sitting up here in the mountains on Christmas Eve, so quiet, and you just can't really tell that everybody is getting all ready for the big time. But I believe it's a little bit late for that. It being Christmas tomorrow, I'm gonna not do that one. I'm gonna wish you all happy holidays. As you can tell, we don't have any snow up here, which is uncommon. Usually we would. I hope things are going well in your part of the world, that you're ready for Christmas, and you're going to be with family, and it's going to be really nice, and you're going to have a good time. Hey, oh, there we go. And that's all we got for this podcast. So you should go now. See ya. I hit the button. Why didn't it stop? Stop.